And today's Gospel reading, October 19th, 2025, is about Amalek waging war against Israel. Moses told Joshua to get some men and fight Amalek. He told Joshua that he will be on top of the hill with Aaron and Hur, and will lift his hand to God. When Moses' hand is raised up to God, Joshua and his men are winning the battle. But when Moses' hand is down, Amalek is gaining ground. This happens when Moses got tired and lower his hands down. So Aaron and Hur have Moses sit on a rock, while they hold the hand of Moses up to God. At the end of the day, Joshua won the battle against Amalek. This is a story from the book of Exodus, chapter 17. Verses 8 to 13, about Moses, Joshua, Aaron, and Hur, which carries a message that is timeless and very relevant today. Here's how it connects to our modern world. 1. The power of prayer and perseverance. Moses' raised hands symbolize prayer and dependence on God. When his hands were lifted, Israel prevailed. When they fell, Amalek gained ground. Lesson today. Victory, whether in personal struggles, illness, family challenges, or social conflicts, depends on our constant connection with God. When we lower our hands, meaning we give up on prayer or lose faith, negativity can prevail. 2. The need for support and community. Moses could not keep his hands raised alone. Aaron and Hur stood beside him to hold up his arms until sunset. Lesson today. Even strong leaders and faithful people need help. In our world, this reminds us to support one another. In faith, to pray for who are weary, and to lend strength to others who are struggling. No one wins life's battle alone. 3. The role of leadership and teamwork. Joshua fought the physical battle while Moses interceded spiritually. Each had a different but equally vital role. Lesson today. In any community, family, church, or nation, everyone has a part to play. Some fight at the front lines, like health workers, teachers, or peacekeepers, while others pray, encourage, or lead quietly. God values all contributions. 4. Faith as an ongoing battle. The story also mirrors our daily spiritual battle between good and evil. Amalek represents everything that tries to weaken or destroy faith. Lesson today. We must remain steadfast, with faith as our weapon. Persistence in goodness, justice, and truth, even when tired or opposed, is what brings victory. 5. God's presence in the struggle. Ultimately, the victory was not Joshua's or Moses', but God's. Their cooperation and faith allowed God's power to work through them. Lesson today. When we face personal or global conflicts, violence, division, illness, or fear, God's strength can prevail if we act together in faith, prayer. The story of Moses, Joshua, and the battle with Amalek, Exodus chapter 17, verses 8 to 13, can be reflected upon the light of today's conflicts, including the Israel-Hamas war, and the tensions involving Iran, but with care and spiritual discernment. Let's look at it in a way that honors Scripture's deeper message, not as a political justification, but as a moral and spiritual mirror for our world. 1. Amalek as a symbol, not a nation, equals. In the Scripture, Amalek often represents forces of hatred, violence, and cruelty, not a specific ethnic or modern group. Today's connection. The story reminds us that evil still manifests through terror, oppression, and injustice. No matter which side every generation faces its own Amalek, whether in the form of war, hatred, or indifference to human suffering. 2. The role of faith amid violence. Moses on the mountain symbolizes faith and prayer guiding human action. Joshua's battle shows the need for courage and defense. In our world, while nations defend themselves and fight, safety, faith calls for moral restraint, compassion, and prayer for peace. The real battle is not only military, but spiritual, between the impulse for vengeance and the call to mercy. 3. Holding up each other's hands. Just as Aaron and Hur supported Moses, the world is called to hold up the arms of peacekeepers, mediators, and those suffering Israelis, Palestinians, and all innocent people caught in war. The reading reminds us that peace is won not only through weapons, but through solidarity, compassion, and persistence in prayer. 4. The ultimate. Victory is God's. Joshua's victory came not from strategy alone, but from God's favor, responding to faith. Likewise, the end to any real-world war, including Israel's, will not come merely from armies or politics, but when hearts turn from hate to justice and reconciliation. The true peace is not just the silence of guns, but the presence of righteousness. 5. Our call as believers. We are called not to take sides politically, but to stand on the side of peace, life, and truth. Like Moses, we can raise our hands in prayer for peace in the Holy Land, for victims of violence, and for leaders on all sides to seek justice, guided by compassion.